Hi, I'm Lee Smith, Mena Public Schools Superintendent, and I'm here again for a monthly update, just following our board meeting from last Tuesday to speak to you about some of the business that was handled there and provide some other information that is important for the community to know. We began our board meeting, we actually just had one major business item, and most of the rest of the meeting was dealing with updates about things that are going on in the district. But to begin with, our wrestling program is continuing to take shape and will be beginning this coming fall. We have Zen Valencia, who will be coaching the wrestling team, and we've just now placed order for the wrestling mats to be delivered to us, and that purchase was approved at the board meeting. We also will be receiving some financial assistance from a philanthropist who helps schools start wrestling programs. So that comes in the amount of $5,000, and the mats were $10,000 apiece. Then we had guests at the board meeting, 2 8th grade girls who participated in the Girls of Promise program at the 4-H Center in Ferndale. This was at the beginning of April that they went and took part in that. The Girls of Promise is a program for helping young ladies realize their full economic potential by introducing them to careers in STEAM. And STEAM is an acronym for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. And the girls that went were Bree Kreider, Allison Howard, and Kenzie Davis. Both Bree and Allison were there at the board meeting, and they talked to the board and the guests about some of the activities they participated in, and they were all tied to a modified version of real problems or real events that take place in several different fields, including criminal justice, engineering, space flight. And those activities were done in a way to help the students understand how the jobs really perform. And the girls were happy to have that opportunity. That was sponsored by Miss Tiffany Lutmer, and she was the individual responsible for getting them there and making sure they took part in this. But it was also helped by Miss Leilani Rose, counselor, and Mr. Todd Coogan, principal. So I want to thank all of them for participating and coming to the board meeting and sharing that information. Then we went into a facilities report. We have drawings for the outdoor pavilions that will be being built hopefully this summer on every one of our campuses. These buildings are funded with ESSER dollars and are being built to encourage more outdoor learning activities for our students. The buildings were put together by the architect or drawn by the architect, and will be submitted to the state for approval, and we'll begin the next phase of this process as soon as the state approval is completed. We're also working with C.R. Crawford, a construction manager, for a feasibility study on the construction of a multipurpose facility, along with improvements of our concession stand at the band boosters concession stand at the Bob Carver Bearcat Stadium, and also improvements to the exterior and parking and entry areas for the middle school and Holly Harshman Elementary. So those things are being studied, but the pavilions that construction will be taking place very soon. So we're excited about that, because those will be a very good looking, nice addition to each campus, and hopefully it will be used a lot. The other item of business was that we did approve, or we are in planning stages to approve a salary increase, a wage and salary increase for all personnel. This will actually be ratified in May, but the board was given the budget on what the district would be able to do for a salary increase, and gave its blessings to proceed with that. And I'll also add that the board was very thankful and appreciative of all the work that is being done by all staff members, especially in these past couple of years, which with all of the extra added stress and requirements related to the COVID shutdown, the learning gap, and then all of the COVID required changes to policy that we had to make to have a normal school year. And they recognize this effort and are glad to reward it to our staff members. So that will actually be an official business that will be handled at the May meeting. The only other major item of business was that our school joined the DeQueen Mena Educational Co-op Perkins Consortium. Perkins is a title for federal funds that are intended to be spent on career and technical programs, primarily our JAG program, Agriculture, Family Consumer Science, and Business. The federal law states that any school that generates more than $12,000 in Perkins funds can keep theirs, or they can join a consortium which pools the money to make it more effective and provides more oversight on its use. And so this is a yearly commitment, and this will be the first time Mena has joined the Perkins Consortium for the management of our Perkins funds. So we're going to go with that for this upcoming school year, go that route. And if it works well for the district, then we'll continue it. But if not, then we'll return to business as usual. The financial situation of the district continues to be good, and that was reported that the monthly financials were fine, and we continue to see benefits from the ARP and the ESSER funds that are coming in to offset a lot of our costs. And with that, I'd invite you to read the minutes of the meeting on the details of these things that I've talked about in this report. And I appreciate you for listening, and I look forward to talking to you again in May as we end the school year. Thank you.